Join Bob Kolazarik as he welcomes a diverse array of guests to the enlightening talk show, Greetings from the Ashram. In each episode, Bob sits down with experts and practitioners from the world of complementary healing modalities, spirituality, and holistic wellness to delve into the transformative power of these practices. From ancient traditions to cutting-edge therapies, Greetings from the Ashram offers viewers an insightful and uplifting journey into the realms of mind, body, and spirit. So now, please welcome your host, Bob Kolazarik.
Hello, everyone. Namaste and welcome. I am Bob Kolazarik, and you are watching Greetings from the Ashram, streaming live on the Bold Brave TV network. And I just want to say thank you for spending an hour of your Friday evening with me. I really appreciate it. And I'm very grateful that you are here. And tonight, I have the pleasure of introducing you to some of the team from the American Pranic Healing Association. It's a membership association that was launched on September 1st of this year. With us this evening, we have Lisa Burney. She's our executive director. Lisa began her pranic healing journey back in 2006, and she started her own healing journey that led her to begin healing her friends, family, turned into family pets, and then horses. So I don't know how she got into horses, but I'm really interested in finding that out. But she left her legal practice around that time and has developed a thriving business around, family, friends, pets, and horses. She's also a pranic healing instructor, working in the Pacific Northwest, Hawaii, and Utah. So I like to welcome Lisa to the program. Also with us is Christian Verde. He's the association membership coordinator. Christian is the founder and owner of Pranic Healing Boston and Integrative Wellness, and he's also a Pranic Healing instructor. Tonight we were supposed to have Luis Rivera, our technology team leader. His wife is currently in contractions and she's delivering. So we send blessings to Louise, Arlene, and baby. So we hope for a speedy, safe, just problem-free delivery. So blessings to them. And Louise is a certified pranic healer. He does a lot for us and a lot for the community. And we're going to talk about Louise a little bit later. And last but not least, I'm the association's operations manager, owner of a spiritual coaching and healing business myself. I'm self-help coaching, and as of today, your Affable host. So I'd like to welcome the group in. And I want to kick it off. Thank you guys for being here. First of all, I appreciate you guys. It is about community, and you guys are a big part of community for me. So I am part guest and part host, so I'm going to be like guest host. So I'm going to go first, if that's okay with you. And I just, really want to reflect from last week and talking about community because, our vision as an association evolves around community. Our vision, and I'm just going to read it, it's to create a thriving community of pranic healers working together in a spirit of cooperation to advance Master Chokkai's pranic healing mission. And, that really resonates with me, and it's profound for me because last week after the show, Lisa will tell you, this is a stretch for me. This is a new adventure for me coming onto this show. I had a lot of barriers to come through, just last week before the show, producer John, he was like calling me like a little kid. Are you ready? Are you ready, buddy? Like, no, John. He's like, are you ready? I'm like, yeah, I'm emotionally and mentally ready, John, but I'm not quite sure what I'm going to say yet. But that leads me into people that know me very closely. And I had some friends checking on me regularly leading up to the show. And, one person, she's just sending me blessings. She's sending me love, and we feel love, sending it, just calling me up. Or texted me rather and said, hey, how are you doing mentally and emotionally? How's your mental emotional state? That's priceless to me. That is profound for me. And that made things so much easier for me. I just felt grounded, loved, and supported. I had another friend calling me, hey, I just want to hear your voice. Want to make sure you're okay. You don't sound like you're going off the ledge. So, you got this. So that was wonderful. I really appreciated that. And really, those are the kind of people I want to keep close. Right. And then during the show last week, I'm telling my backstory. It's a little bit emotional, and it's hard to tell. It's hard for me to get through, and I know it's coming. I'm like, if any pranic healers are in the audience, start sweeping my solar plexus. Now would be a good time. And so I did get the text afterwards, like, hey, that was very heartfelt. I was watching, and I started sweeping your solar plexus, and it works. And that's the tools of the trade. That's the blessings of what we get to do every day. So, and just finally, Saturday after the show, Christian was hosting a new member orientation, and I sat in, and we kicked back a little bit after, and I was sharing my story with Christian a little bit. I got tears coming down my face, right? And he's just there. I feel you, brother. And it's just that level of love and support, which is so beautiful for me. It really is. So I want to thank you guys for being part of that for me. And Christian, I'll throw it to you. And thank you for being there for me. And just want to check with you and see how community shows up for you. You know.
Yeah, so yeah, it was a pleasure to be there and to hear about your story, actually. And I mean, I really meant that from my heart. I feel you, and we all go through some challenging times, and community is important in that way, where when we have that trust and ability to talk about those challenging times. It's great to be able to rely on each other, kind of lean on me, have a friend there to talk about something that's going on. And for me, I've had some challenging times as well, where I've dealt with social anxiety since I was sophomore, since I was a kid, junior in high school, and up to being now 33. And I've had people helping me through, hey, you're actually pretty cool. Why not just share who you are with people and see how it goes, right? And something even before then with the community, right? That bigger community, I got into pranic healing, and I was, wow, this is amazing, and I need to teach this, and I'm going to go beyond whatever social anxiety I have and just do it, and I'm going to figure it out. And it's been quite the journey. But then all along the way, right? Lisa, I remember meeting in 2013 after the retreat. And I kid you not, we did this namaste, Atma Namaste at the airport. And I was like, my crown, and I'm feeling this expansion. And I was like, I don't know if you remember that, Lisa, but I was like, whoa. So, and then,
I remember the gate we were at. Yes.
and that was just an amazing experience. And all along the way, getting to meet people that I'm meeting for the first time, and then feeling like I've known you. There's some recognition here about, maybe that's a past life. I don't know, but definitely some sort of recognition. And I'm so grateful to be in this community at large, because I've gotten to meet so many wonderful people along the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, no, I
So,
hear you. The connection is solid. We do soulful work, and we do connect really strongly. How about you, Lisa?
Just like you said, community is everything. And it's really when we end up being isolated from community that we experience some of the hardest times, right? Either going into a depression because we feel there's nobody that can understand us or that nobody can relate to us. But what I've learned with all of the process I've gone through in pranic healing is there is somebody else out there who has been through exactly what we're going through right now. So it's really about being willing to be vulnerable and sharing our story. But from a bigger picture, right, community has shown up for me in so many ways in my journey from the very beginning when I was a pranic healing student. The community of instructors and mentors who helped me get to become a proficient practitioner, the number of people who helped me and supported me professionally as I was starting my business, the people after I became an instructor who came and attended classes, and then we built a community of students, in a mentoring sort of capacity. And then ultimately where we are today, right? Because I feel like my pranic healing experience has been that drop in the ocean that has just rippled out and out and out. And now here we are, I started at a very regional, local level in the Pacific Northwest. And here we are on a national level, right? The ripple has gone all the way from coast to coast now. And it's fantastic and mind-boggling to think about. And all of the people who have come together in the context of the association to support the experience, the professional experience of not just the current pranic healers, but the next generation of pranic healers. And the support and the volunteering effort and the interest level has just been, over my expectation, and people are coming in a really heartfelt way, which makes it easier to connect with people as a group. But having said all that, I'd like to just talk about community from more of like a 20,000 foot view, because yes,
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Can you hold that thought? We're coming up on a break, and it's time to take a short commercial break. So I'm your host, Bob Kolazarek, and you're watching Greetings from the Ashram, streaming live on the Bold Brave TV network, and we'll be right back with the team right after this.
What if there were a super tiny device that could diagnose the brain and is smaller than a single human hair? What if you could see inside the brain to help an epilepsy patient during surgery or to help the fight against Parkinson's disease? Dr. Patricia Broderick is proud to announce the Broderick Probe, a biomedical and electronic breakthrough. Imagine a probe to help with the understanding and potential cure of brain-related diseases. To learn more, listen live to the Easy Sense radio show with host Dr. Broderick, Wednesdays 7 p.m. Eastern on the Bold Brave Media Network and TuneIn Radio. And to help support the Broderick Foundation, please go to EasySense.com and learn how, with your help, we can fight these horrific brain disorders. That's EasySense.com to learn more and help support the Broderick Foundation. Author, radio show host, and coach John M. Hawkins reveals strategies to help gain perspective, build confidence, find clarity, achieve goals. John M. Hawkins' new book, Coached to Greatness, Unlock Your Full Potential with Limitless Growth, published by iUniverse. Hawkins reveals strategies to help readers accomplish more. He believes the book can coach them to greatness. Hawkins says that the best athletes get to the top of their sport with the help of coaches, mentors, and others. He shares guidance that helps readers reflect on what motivates them. Rediscover and assess their core values, philosophies, and competencies. Find settings that allow them to be the most productive and track their progress towards accomplishing goals. Listen to John Hawkins' My Strategy, Saturdays, 1 p.m. Eastern on the BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio.
Hi, welcome back, everyone. I'm Bob Kolazarek, and you're watching Greetings from the Ashram, streaming live on the Bold Brave TV network. I'm back with Lisa Burney, our Executive Director of the American Pranic Healing Association, and Christian Verde, our Membership Coordinator. Lisa, when we left off prior to the break, you were talking about a 20,000-foot view. So you want to continue with that?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's just another perspective on community, right? Because we have a community of people who we're engaging with in daily lives on certain levels, right? Either, in a family or a friend or a professional level. But what I like to think about, and I don't know why, but I seem to be thinking about it a lot more these days lately, is just this community that we have more on the soul level, right? The community of souls that are attracted to pranic healing, the community of souls that we've been maybe like traveling with for different lengths of time and different lifetimes. And so one of my favorite quotes, is it okay if I share that with you right now?
Sure.
It's a quote from Shakespeare, And it's basically, you've all heard it before. It's all the world's a stage, and all the men are women, and women are merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts. And that's what I see as like community. It's like community from the highest level. It's like, here we are disengaging one lifetime, I'm the villain, you're the hero, next lifetime, we're just playing on different roles. So that's what community means to me.
Yeah, settling a little karmic debt along the way, probably. But thank you for sharing that. That's beautiful. But yeah, you've been around a while. 2006, you started. Tell us a little bit about your business. You're a professional pranic healer, and you're very successful. So tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
Well, it started out really organically. I started my professional career as a litigation attorney, which kind of puts me in a highly unlikely category to become a healer or a pranic healer. But what it started out with was my own personal healing journey. And then it just evolved organically from there. And when I got really good results with what I was doing for myself, then that sort of, again, that ripple theme here one more time, out into my family, so my family of origin and my adult family, and then, the kids, and then the next circle of people out. But I would say my early pranic healing career is characterized probably by two words, is like skeptic. And I was definitely in the closet about my pranic healing, because it was like, can you imagine like a lawyer walking around like doing energy healing? That just did not compute. So I kept it really on the quiet for a long time, until I actually had the courage, because the results I was seeing on myself and on everybody that I was working with, including my pets, which were dogs and horse. So that's how the horse part started. Is like, I was like, well, if this works on people, how is it possible? Is it maybe going to work on a dog? And so I did, and it did, and the rest is history. And that was really the foundation of the businesses that I started, which was Heart to Heart Healing, which is my general healing practice for people.
Let's find. I think we got. Yeah, there's your webpage right there. Heart to Heart Healing.
Yes. And so that's my general people practice. But then I also, felt like what I was able to offer to people for their pets was also very important. So I created a pets business called Northwest Prana Pets. There it is. Thank you. It happens to have a horse. The screenshot that you took happens to have a horse on it. But that's the dogs and cats page. And then the Prana Horse page is my other business.
I love this photo. I just absolutely love that photo.
Isn't it? It's hilarious. But what I would recommend, if you'd like to see some live action shot healing videos on horses, that's the page to go to, because they are so expressive and they're so demonstrative about how they feel the energy and how the energy moves through them. It's really powerful videos to watch. But that was how I got my start. I had to build my business from the ground up. I didn't have any mentorship or any, professional association like what we're doing now to help sort of set the building blocks in front of me that I could, create my business, with some guidance and with some professional assistance. So.
Yeah, you've done amazing. And, and I'm not just blowing smoke, but there's a reason you're the executive director of this association. I mean, we're in great hands with you for sure. And it's honestly, I mean that sincerely. Christian, you're successful. You have a pranic healing business yourself, Boston. What is it? Center for Pranic Healing Boston, right? And
yeah, it's Pranic Healing Boston and Integrative Wellness. And for me, it's been quite the journey to start this out. I myself started on the West Coast in California and San Diego, but as you can see, this website, throughout the years, I had some help with a life coach, talking about what would be a phrase that you like, and I really stuck with spark your full potential, as you can
Yeah, I
see.
like
And
that.
for me, it's like, may the light shine on you. I want everyone to be able to experience the light within, the love that's within, and the power that's within each of us. And so to me, it began with pranic healing, because that's what really got me out of my shell and really got me to feel, hey, this is who I am. And I can be around other people without having to please them, without having to feel like I have to go out of my way to make sure they're okay before myself. I can also take care of me at the same time. And through the years, I've been able to see kind of that bigger picture that, yeah, pranic healing is wonderful, and it's also complementary. And hey, maybe we can integrate massage and life coaching, as I'm working with my brother and my aunt who are also in that same space with me. So it's been growing throughout the years, and now it's, well, let's integrate this, because it can be incorporated in so many ways. And so I'm also expanding to work with, doctors in the Boston area, which is fantastic, and supporting them as well. And so, you know, back from San Diego to where I am now, that's 12 years, and it's been such a journey to grow. I've been fortunate enough to be supported by the community in San Diego, the community in Atlanta after that for 3-4 years, and now in Boston for the last 6 years. So it's just, and the lives I've been able to support and help, and going from being like what we call the mud or the darkness, and coming into the light, allowing that light to come in. And so I'm very much a creative person. I like the symbology, or looking at the light. That image on that website, it's very much symbolic. I want people to feel that when they come in, whether it's for meditation, healing, or even massage and life coaching, like that, the space being full of light. So, yeah, I'm here to help spark the full potential in everybody.
No, that's awesome. Hey, trust me, I know you well. We're friends. We love hanging out, and you do bring the light. You radiate it. You have that aura about you, that vibe, and it's so peaceful and just deeply spiritual. That's so within you. And what I think is fantastic is, I'm older. I'm pushing 60, right? And you're a young man. You're 33, and you have 12 years of this pranic healing and harmonic yoga behind you, and you just have your whole life to radiate that light, and you're just going to be the torchbearer, for years to come. And that's a blessing, and that is a quite blessing. But you guys are both instructors. I'm on the fence about seeing if I'm going to sign up for, when the enrollment comes, just with my workload. But Lisa, you travel, you have immersion events, right?
I do. They're one of my favorite events, the 5-day immersion, because I get to pick the most beautiful places to hold these classes where people can stay on site with catered meals, and just like the space to deep dive into this material, the basic pranic healing and the advanced pranic healing class, with enough time not only to ask all the questions they want to ask, but to actually have time to integrate. One of my most favorite events is up just outside of Mount Adams in Washington. It's up in Trout Lake, Washington, and we do that every spring. So I'll have that registration open soon. But we have it's incredible to see Mount Adams in the background, and we do hikes, and we have yoga in the morning and the evening. It's really just like a spiritual and energetic reset and deepening, and also community building, because we spend all day every day for 5 days, all the time with each other, and we really get to meet each other on a deeper level, and then support each other even after class as well.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Retreats are great. It's time to step back. And, the three of us spent time at the 9-day spiritual vacation retreat in Bovine. And That's just amazing and highly recommended for just about anybody looking to do their inner work, some purification work, and networking community. It's just I love it, and we have fun. But so I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. And Christian, you're an instructor too, right? So you got somebody big coming into town soon. Is that what I understand?
Yes. Master Glenn. Oh, Master Pranic Healer and medical doctor is coming in November 3rd, 4th, and 5 to talk about the science of meditation, November 3rd, 6:30 to 8:30, and on November 4 and 5 to teach basic pranic healing, the foundational course in pranic healing. So I'm very excited, advertising like crazy, talk it up, and just really excited to have him come into Boston and to energize, right? Not only Boston, but the New England area of what we're doing. So yeah, very excited for that.
Yeah, I would be too. Now, Master Glenn, he was saying the other day, he doesn't normally teach basic anymore, right? So this is like the grand basic class. So this is a great opportunity to learn from a master Glenn healer. But so yeah, I wish you well. I would be a little bit nervous. I know when he came to Philly, I was like, oh my gosh, Master Glenn's coming. So I know how that goes. But it's actually time to take another short commercial break. So I'm your host, Bob Kolazarek. We're streaming live on the Bold Brave TV network, and this is Greetings from the Ashram. We'll be right back with the team after this.
Did you know that your beliefs create your entire reality, but it's the subconscious beliefs that do most of the creating? Belief shifter and life coach Shiraz can help you identify those limiting beliefs and eliminate them, often in a single session.
Like it was almost instant, like I had relief right away.
Creating better health, relationships, careers, and finances. Let Shiraz help you step out of safety and into awareness.
Definitely something's happening. It's like a flow inside. It feels good.
Whether in person or online, Shiraz provides personal coaching, belief shifting. Visit Shiraz at energeticmagic.com or call 416-529-7429. Energetic Magic on the BBM Global Network, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. Find your greater happiness. Be well. Be aware. Be magical.
Are you struggling to care for elderly parents or a spouse? Do you wonder if being a caregiver is making you sick? Are you worried about taking time off work to care for elderly parents and balance work, life, and caregiving? Has caregiving become exhausting and emotionally draining? Are you an aging adult who wants to remain independent, but you're not sure how? I'm Pamela D. Wilson. Join me for the Caring Generation radio show for caregivers and aging adults, Wednesday evenings, 6 Pacific, 7 Mountain, 8 Central, and 9 Eastern, where I answer these questions and share tips for managing stress, family relationships, health, well-being, and more. Podcasts and transcripts of The Caring Generation are on my website, PamelaDWilson.com, plus my caregiving library, online caregiver support programs, and programs for corporations interested in supporting working caregivers. Help, hope, and support for caregivers is here on The Caring Generation and PamelaDWilson.com.
Hi, welcome back, everyone. I'm Bob Kolazarek, and you are watching Greetings from the Ashram, streaming live on the Bold Brave TV network. I'm back with my friends from the American Pranic Healing Association, Lisa Burney and Christian Verde. Lisa, let's start with you. Let's talk a little bit about the association now. We shared a little bit about how community is important to us, a little bit about our businesses, and I do want to have you guys back another time so we can focus more on you guys individually, right? Because you guys have a lot to talk about, and we're only kind of scratching the surface because we're just kind of representing the association here tonight. But Lisa, my boss, my executive director, please share.
Please, we're friends. We're friends. Thank you for having this evening to focus on the association. There's so many things we want to talk about, right? And share about who we are and why we're here and what we're doing for pranic healers in the United States. And you spoke earlier about our vision statement. And I just want to give a quick summary of what our mission and our purpose is, because that's really central to who we are and why we exist. And our purpose is to be a single unifying organization of pranic healers in the United States, focusing on all aspects of professional development. So whatever you can think of that pertains to supporting a new or an existing pranic healer who wants to shift from maybe hobby to business, the association is here to support. And we do that by providing content and programming in the areas of developing knowledge, career, and also helping network. It's interesting because the class I just taught down in Klamath Falls last week, one of the students literally, and she wasn't like a plant or I didn't set it up or anything. She was like, as we were wrapping up the class, she was like, wow, I love this stuff. I mean, I felt like so much of the power of this practice all week because it was an immersion class. And she's like, I wish I knew how to start a business. And I'm just like, well, let's talk about the association. I mean, literally, this was the first thing she's coming out, and the other woman was like, "Yeah, I do this as a hobby, and I'd like to professionalize my presentation. I've already got like some tools in my toolkit, but I want to expand from my current." Reiki practice or massage practice and expand. So what we offer to the pranic healers is opportunities on a number of different levels, networking opportunities so people can build community, because community is one of the building blocks of having a thriving business, right? Referrals to somebody who has a specialty that you don't, or getting referrals from other people. We offer lectures and inspirational speakers giving information on things like the importance of group work, peer-to-peer mentoring, best business practices, tutorials, and videos. I mean, and last but not least, one of the most important things is accountability for professional self-care. So we actually have regularly scheduled healing events where we do self-healing on ourselves and then trade healings with each other, because we know that the foundation for a successful business is taking care of yourself first, so your energy is clear and strong, because we can't take care of other people if we're not taking care of ourselves.
And such a Christian mentioned that too, about taking care of yourself first. And you know what really kind of brought that to my awareness, believe it or not, Master Glenn had an esoteric astrology class, right? And Lisa, I know you were a Christian. Did you take it?
No, I was not there. No.
Fantastic. It is fantastic. But one of the things that my chart was basically saying, you don't take care of yourself first. You put other people first, and I don't know what it was, but it was at that point in time. It's like, you know what, I do. And so I really try to focus a little bit more on me, and my own care. And it's, so important, But you also mentioned group work, and the group work is so important. And Master Glenn did do a group talk for us, a master's talk on group work, which is, the video is on our website page for our members to look at pranichealing.us. But, like I find myself gravitating to the group work, with the association, that's group work. This show, I feel, is an extension of the group work to help get our message out there, get our message out there. So it's just the way that we're going. And I love being part of the group. And I really do. It's my passion. I am all in, my business, my show, the association. I am all in with the group. So really grateful to be a part of this. So how about you, Christian? Christian, one thing I didn't know, how long have you been part of the association? I started, very recently in July. How about you? Were you a volunteer prior to?
No, actually, I think we were probably started around the same time. I think I might be maybe a tiny bit earlier than you, but yeah, that's Lisa shot me an email, and was thinking volunteer coordinator, this, that, and the other, and then we talked, and she's like, "Wait, are you in HR?" I'm like, "Yes, I am," and so then she thought, maybe the membership coordinator, and and honestly, it's a great fit. I still work in HR, and that's all I'm doing: recruitment, orientations, and yeah, I mean, it was a perfect fit. And I mean, I'm so grateful to be part of this, because it is something where it's like, oh, instead of, I'm in the Northeast, and so then to extend that to the United States, and then to start thinking on that level, on that scale, was very exciting. To take what I've learned in the corporate world and to then apply it here, with membership is huge. And um, to me, you know, to bring it to a bigger level and a bigger stage, to allow pranic healing to emerge as a profession and to be seen as something that is viable. This is something that is going to enhance your own health and well-being, physically and psychologically and spiritually. And it can be added, right, to what we already do with Western medicine, with acupuncture, with all these other practices, psychology practices. It's huge, because then it's no longer, like Lisa was saying, no longer a hobby. It becomes something even more. And so to be part of that, with the association is, I mean, it's just, there's like no other way. It's like, this is presented, and it's like, okay, I'll take it and we'll run with it and do my best. And invite every single person who's listening. If you're a pranic healer, come, join us. Let's work together in this group to make it a profession that is seen, by our society, and grow from there.
Yeah, no, I
And one
love
of
it.
the
We
ways,
want to
actually,
participate. I'm sorry, Lisa, go ahead.
sorry, I was just going to say, to follow up with what Christian said, one of the ways that we're really helping to elevate the image of pranic healing is by offering, from the association, continuing education, opportunity for continuing education for nurses, for acupuncture, for massage, for social workers. And so people can include what pranic healing has to offer in their already pre-existing professional career, and then share this information about what pranic healing is.
And, one of the projects that I'm excited about, and I wish Louise was here, but I, understand that he's not, but he's been working so hard for us. I mean, you have to admit, the guy has really done a phenomenal job. I mean, you talk about Christian being a fit for the, his role. He's our technology team leader. He's in IT. I'm an operations guy. I'm in operations, and Lisa, with her legal, prosecuting attorney background. She's, driven, and they're all her expertise. So we got a good core team, and it's going to get better. But one of the projects that I'm excited about is the Meditation on Twin Hearts calendar that we're developing. Now, Meditation on Twin Hearts is our signature meditation. If you want to start creating stillness, in yourself, peace, love, and all that, you start the meditation practice. But we're going to get input on all the, as many pranic healers offering meditation nights across the United States, and then have them, hopefully find somebody in their area where they can, develop community and get involved with their local groups, and get on their journey. So that's something, very excited about. And you can follow us on our Facebook page to probably be the easiest way to keep track, because we'll announce it when it's ready to go. So it's easy enough to find American Pranic Healing Association on Facebook. Like and follow our page, because that is, to me, I think, meditation on Twin Hearts. If you go back to the first episode, all the way back to last week, I talked about meditation on Twin Hearts, and I had a very powerful experience with it. And I wrote my mission statement that night. That's still applicable today. And, all of that work that I'm doing from that mission statement is aligned with, what I do, my business, and our association in this show. So it's, it's quite beautiful, So how about you, Lisa? What else?
I'm super excited about this public calendar project, and it is currently under development, but we're going to be ready to release it any day now. And it's going to be that one-stop shopping, that one place where we have an aggregate of all of the resources of, at any day, at any time, you can see. And we're even going to have a map that shows where all of the meditations are that are in person, and then a list of them that are all online. So you could literally, if you're on the East Coast, you could listen to a meditation that's being streamed by a pranic healing group on the West Coast, and vice versa. So it's going to be just maximum availability of Meditation Twin Hearts. It's going to be just crazy, fantastic. So I'm really excited about it.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, go ahead, Christian.
Oh yeah, I was just in my input on that is I'm just excited, the fact that once it comes out, because this meditation brings so much love and light, and it has the opportunity to have so much healing that, I can do this one. What part of the day will it fit? And then I'm going to plug in right there. That's amazing. It's amazing.
It is. And the way I look at the world today, the chaos in the world, the hate, the killing, the wars, and even amongst Republicans and Democrats, there's so much hate. And meditation on Twin Hearts, we're blessing the earth. We're basically getting together and we're praying. We're praying for peace. We're praying for love for everybody, every person, every being. And we're praying for forgiveness, light, joy, hope. That's what we do. And when we pray and we do that blessing, we reap what we sow, so we're blessing others. So we, karmically, we're sowing the seeds for blessings for ourselves. But also as you're channeling it, you start to, feel that peace come through, you feel that love, and you become that. And so that's the energy that we need to put into the world, and instead of the hate and everything we see going on today, we need to get into our hearts. But so thank you. We're going to have to end it on that note, because it is time to take yet another commercial break. And, I'm so grateful to be able to spend this time with you guys here tonight. Thanks for being here. So I'm, like I said, I got to take a break. I'm Bob Kolazarek. You're watching Greetings from the Ashram, streaming live on the Bold Brave TV network. We'll be right back after this.
Did you know that your beliefs create your entire reality, but it's the subconscious beliefs that do most of the creating? Belief shifter and life coach Shiraz can help you identify those limiting beliefs and eliminate them, often in a single session.
It was almost instant, I had relief right away.
Creating better health, relationships, careers, and finances. Let Shiraz help you step out of safety and into awareness.
Definitely something's happening. It's like a flow inside. It feels good.
Whether in person or online, Shiraz provides personal coaching, belief shifting. Visit Shiraz at energeticmagic.com or call 416-529-7429. Energetic Magic on the BBM Global Network, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. Find your greater happiness. Be well. Be aware. Be magical.
Are you struggling to care for elderly parents or a spouse? Do you wonder if being a caregiver is making you sick? Are you worried about taking time off work to care for elderly parents and balance work, life, and caregiving? Has caregiving become exhausting and emotionally draining? Are you an aging adult who wants to remain independent, but you're not sure how? I'm Pamela D. Wilson. Join me for the Caring Generation radio show for caregivers and aging adults, Wednesday evenings, 6 Pacific, 7 Mountain, 8 Central, and 9 Eastern, where I answer these questions and share tips for managing stress, family relationships, health, well-being, and more. Podcasts and transcripts of The Caring Generation are on my website, PamelaDWilson.com, plus my caregiving library, online caregiver support programs, and programs for corporations interested in supporting working caregivers. Help, hope, and support for caregivers is here on The Caring Generation and PamelaDWilson.com.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I am Bob Kolazarek, and you are watching Greetings from the Ashram, streaming live on the Bold Brave TV network. I'm just so grateful to have had a chance to introduce you to the team at the American Pranic Healing Association. These are people that I work with day in and day out. It's an honor, really, it's an honor to be part of such a mission and have such a purpose with these folks. As I stated in episode 1 last week, I'm lucky and blessed that my original mission statement became the company that I founded, which is aligned with the work for this association and the goals of this show. I, I am really, truly feel very blessed that things are aligning for me in this way. The goal of having pranic healing recognized as a profession is really personal for me. To recap a little from last week, I'm a type 2 diabetic. I was in a losing struggle with my health, and I only started to improve when I started healing myself as part of my certification program. Now, if I had known of pranic healing back when I first diagnosed, and I was diagnosed when I was 40, I'm 59, we'll just call it 20 years. So I could have had maybe saved 20 years of struggling with my health, letting it deteriorate. So it's becoming a passion. And, there's going to be a day when we are recognized. I have no doubt we're going to be successful. And it's going to come. And I hope it comes with the ability to have it recognized by not only the medical community, but insurance companies too. And I say this because I want to help people with diabetes. And I want to work in conjunction with the primary care physicians. I have a 2-month diabetic package. And granted, it's several sessions a week for 2 months, and it's a few $1,000s. And it's expensive, but it gives people pause. But what if there was insurance involved? What would that look like? Anything that would help reduce the cost for the person suffering from a major illness would be a blessing for the patient. Tonight, we also spoke about creating a calendar on our webpage for pranichealing.us. And that's going to show all the places that we can find meditation on Twin Hearts. We kind of closed the episode, the segment with the team, talking about the importance of that. And it was hugely important for me. Some of these places will have in person, some will be hosting online. And we're going to provide that service for anyone who's hosting meditation on Twin Hearts. You don't have to be a member. We want to open this up to everybody, but you do have to get your information through a member. Now, I'm not suggesting not to be a member. We need full participation with the world and the chaos that it's in today. And like I was saying earlier, we need to put that love and light. We need to change our mindset from fear, hate, and despair and change it to hope, peace, love. We need to put that energy out there, and that's what meditation on Twin Hearts will do. So please find us on the American Pranic Healing Association. You can find us there. Find us on Facebook, American Pranic Healing Association. We're easy enough to find. I'm considering a meditation on Twin Hearts Friday after the show, starting about 8:30. I'm considering to do a meditation on Twin Hearts with psychological healing. I'll keep it to 1 hour. But if there's sufficient interest in it, I'll be happy to start that. So just reach out. You can get a hold of me at Bob at Self-Help Coaching LLC is my email. But I think that would be a great way to just clear your mind, just get a little peace, shake off the week on a Friday, and head into the weekend. And again, we reap what we sow. When we bless every person, every being, we get those blessings coming back to ourselves. So we want to be instruments of light. There's the will to do good, and everybody, it's great to have the will to do good, but it's even better to do good. And for me, this is a way to do good. It doesn't take a lot of time. You feel better. And we are going to get into meditation on Twin Hearts, much more depth at some point. It's just really worth spending the time on that. So like I said, reach out, Bob at Self-Help Coaching LLC. I'll put it on social media. Follow me on social media. Follow me on Facebook. Self-Help Coaching LLC, you'll find me pretty much across the board at that. So we're coming to the end of the program today. Next week, I'm going to have Jason Yuan. Dr. Jason, I knew him when he was just Jason, before he became a doctor. He's a naturopathic physician. He's going to share what that is about. I'm not 100% sure. He's going to talk about his practice. He will talk about acupuncture and craniosacral therapy, which again, craniosacral therapy I've heard of, but I have no idea what that is, but he's going to talk about how he uses those tools in his practice. Dr. Jason's also community outreach fellow for the Pranic Healing Research Institute, and he's going to share some of the studies that are going on. I know they recently presented a findings on a gut microbiome study at the Harvard Medical School recently. So I'm really interested. I contributed multiple times to that study, and I will tell you more about that when I see Dr. Jason next week. And Dr. Jason also runs Pranic Healing podcast, and he brings in heavy hitters from the world of pranic healing. And he's going to talk about that and how it aligns both, the clinical research and social awareness of integrative health and medicine. So I'm going to spend an hour with Dr. Jason. He sounds like a kindred spirit, maybe much smarter than me, but, hopefully he's going to, give us a little education on some things. I'm really super excited about having him here next week. So that is all the time I have for today. I am your host, Bob Kolozarik. You've been watching Greetings from the Ashram, and we've been streaming live on the Bold Brave TV network. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you next week.
This has been Greetings from the Ashram with host Bob Kolozarik. Through meaningful conversations and practical insights, this show invites you to explore the endless possibilities for personal growth, healing, and spiritual awakening. Tune in each week to discover how these practices can bring balance and harmony to your life, making it a true journey of self-discovery. Fridays, 7 p.m. on the Bold Brave TV network.